This Ray J Diddy stuff is getting bonkers. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore. Now, look, I don't love TMZ as a brand, but sometimes they do have news that we need to report on, and they've been starting to slapdash these sort of documentaries quickly about Diddy. And last night, another installment debuted where Ray J did an interview. Now, I didn't realize the timing of this, but the timing of this was this premiered last night, and then pretty much right after it premiered, this happened. Now, we reported on this yesterday. If you missed our live, we talked about this, but now it's starting to make more sense. I didn't realize the TMZ documentary was out as this was being posted on his stories. To refresh you on what's going on, first, let's start here. Now, this is the clip from the documentary featuring Ray J. For those of you unfamiliar with Ray J, he was in that Kim K tape. And I watched more of the documentary where they sort of talked about that. And Harvey Levin's like, dude, you're like the king of these tapes. Like, why weren't you ever invited to these parties? And Ray J kind of plays dumb and is like, yeah, it's a good question. Makes me wonder if these things are true. It's a lot of weird stuff in there. But the reality is, like, is he covering up for something? Is he trying to save face? I think a lot of people in this are saving face. There's a lot of ex-workers who are now, out there trying to say, yeah, I wasn't working. I was just at the party. I think a lot of people are trying to save face and not look complicit in the actions of these freak-offs. Now, I don't know if Ray J's complicit. He claims he doesn't like group X parties. He prefers to be just him and his partner, or just him and some women. He doesn't like to share. So he's like, freak-offs aren't for me. But this is where things got interesting in the interview, and they did reveal this clip on TMZ. Let's watch it.
In victims to keep their name out of it.
I gotta be careful this music they always play.
Do you know people who have had demands put upon them where they have paid off to keep this quiet?
He's a friend of Diddy. Does he know of people who want to keep quiet? Now, this silence reaction is even longer in the documentary.
Here's what I do know. People do catch and kills all day. And a catch and kill, I don't know if, of course you know, but for the regular world, somebody has the truth, somebody pays you to keep it quiet, and hopefully that money that you got paid secures your happiness while you watch the lie continue to succeed.
I want to just make sure I understand you. What you're saying is what? That you know people who have been approached by women, men, whatever, who have said, give me money and I won't talk?
Here's the other way around that, Harvey.
Again, I have to offer commentary. These clips and stuff sometimes limit or block the video, but this is important to get at because Harvey's pushing out a good question. He's just trying to nail him with the question of like, have you spoken to celebrities who are telling you they're buying these stories?
I'll give you money, please don't talk.
You are a well-connected guy.
I'll give you money, please. Like, there's this fine line between extortion and settlement. And Chris Todd's been talking about it too. It is sometimes hard to distinguish, but if you threaten to reveal or expose someone and your solution is money, and it's not through a lawsuit, it's pretty much extortion. So it's a fine line here.
You know that what you've just described, is that going on now?
Yes. They want to talk to me. They want to talk to me about what happened to them. They call me. They feel like they can trust me.
Wait a minute. Calling you for what? Calling you for what?
Because they want to tell me about certain things that happened with them and Diddy.
Ray, I want to make sure I understand this. Are these high-profile people calling you because they've had some affiliation with Diddy that they don't want to come out, and they think you might be the vessel for it coming out? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. And I don't even know why I just said it, but I said it, so what? Now they gotta be mad. Come get me.
Were they specific about what they did with Diddy?
I don't wanna say. I think I said too much.
Now, one could say convenient, because there's a lot of people sort of starting and teasing and not really revealing things. But here's where the story takes a dark turn. This was last night after it premiered.
Just tried to shoot me and tried to kill me, and you want me to apologize? Fuck you.
Now, again, I have no proof of these things being connected, but I'm just telling you the timeline, how it goes. Documentary premieres yesterday. Last night, as the documentary's out there, this guy, Ray J, puts this out there. You want me to apologize? Apologize for what? We don't know yet. He hasn't elaborated. Maybe we will, but he's getting shot at, while he's also out there sort of revealing that as a friend of ex-friend or friend of Diddy currently, people are calling him, filling him in on things. This is where things are getting wild. This is legit crazy, because he's admitting what we kind of already heard from others and sort of just confirming what we've sort of told, that Busby's sort of alluded to this too. Tony Busby. Yes, celebrities are starting to pay off these victims to keep them quiet. And that's what's really sad about all this. A lot of this is just going to stay quiet. Now, if they're just, trying to expose things they did consensually, like that they just don't want out there because it's just bad for their brand, I don't have a problem with that. I think it's still extortion and it's kind of messed up. But if they're staying silent on criminal acts, if they're trying to take the money to not come forward and expose criminals and behavior that's affecting or hurting others, then shame on them. Absolutely shame on them. So look, the reality though, as Harvey even mentions in this doc with him, the big O word, the group party, group X type of activity, that 4-letter O word, which Ray J makes clear he's not into those. But Harvey even sort of reiterates, those aren't illegal. Like, it happens a lot, especially in Hollywood and around with rich people and famous people. People just like to be in groups and do that. If it's all consensual, it's none of our damn freaking business. That's what makes this complicated. And even Diddy's lawyers have tried to play that. Like, yeah, he likes weird stuff. He likes to freak, but it's all consensual freaking. Like, stop judging and shaming. Like, this has always been what it is. There's nobody here who's not invited or wanting to be there. I mean, this is Diddy's excuse, right? I don't believe all this at this point, but the reality is clearly Ray J is involved in some of this. He sort of alludes to it, but with women. And I'm sure it happens a lot to celebrities, right? That's where things are getting complicated here. Are some of these celebrities trying to just buy being involved in even a consensual or party like that, where nothing was really going wrong and they just want that to be not revealed? Or are they involved in parties like Diddy parties, freak off parties, where there are workers and people not consenting? Because that's where I'd take umbrage and have a problem. And it's hard to know, it's hard to follow, it's hard to keep track. And I don't know if now Ray J is covering up for that. I don't know if he's regretting speaking out and talking about it, why he's scared. People are now shooting at him. Is this connected to that? Or is it connected to the Combs sons, who already tried to get a beef with him, which Chris Brown stopped? Things are getting crazy. Look, I've tried to reach out to Ray J. We'd love to try to get you on the show, Ray J. I'd love to hear from you on your perspective on this and get a little bit further. What are you implying? Are these things connected? We will keep you posted. But all I know is this case is getting dangerous. It's getting dangerous. People are starting to name names, put things out there. People are getting threatened. People are worried. There's legitimate stuff and fear in a lot of this, because I do believe Diddy and his associates are powerful and they're in the corner, right? When you're in a corner, what happens? You lash out. So I'm starting to feel it. I don't know about you, but we will keep you posted as best we can. So make sure you're subscribed and hit the bell for all alerts. Smash that like button as well. Leave a comment down below and help us support us. Hit the join if you haven't already. We got a lot more coming for you. You're not going to miss, so stay tuned here on Popcorn Planet.